Hello, gardening friends. It's Tuesday, January 17th, and I've been doing a lot of potting and planting today, and I thought I would start with these white angels trumpets. You saw in the picture of this particular video how these angel trumpets had rooted. I put them in the water the day before our first frost, which was about I think it was like the 23rd or 22nd of December, and they sprouted roots. And you can see the leaves haven't been affected at all. The one thing to be careful of is the plants, when you root plants in water, water roots are not the same as ground roots. So you do want to put them in dirt fairly quickly once when the roots appear so they can develop true ground roots. I'm going to keep these pots heavily watered. In fact, I'll probably put water in this big dish at the base just to keep them moist since they're used to being in water. These three Iochroma look pitiful. They did not send out any roots. However, they did have little bumps at the base, and they still have some green showing, so I went ahead. I've got nothing to lose. I don't think they're going to make it, but I figured I'd stick them in ground anyway and treat them the same as the white angels trumpets. So that was one thing I did today. The other thing is I dug out the blue hyacinths that had started blooming way down in the stalks. Rather than waste them, I put them in a couple of pots. This is one of them. I did have to douse this particular pot with insecticide because I occasionally still have problems. The raccoons have ceased coming in my backyard since I sprayed the grass. I guess they don't like the taste of digging grubs up in that. And since my satsumas are now gone, they were eating my satsumas. So I haven't seen one in the backyard in a couple of days, but unfortunately what they like to do is anything with new potting soil. They love to dig through the new potting soil and uproot things. You can see I've got my water features back again. Oh, this arrived in the mail today too. You may recall I was jumping my car, not jumping, but charging the battery of my car. Well, it turned out that battery was dead, or nearly dead. So I bought a new battery. However, I went online, and I'll spare you the long story, but I found out that they make portable jump starters. They're battery, and you charge them in the house and keep them in your car. The charge will last for up to 18 months, so they claim. And basically there it shows how it works. You know, that's the battery that's charged, and you just hook it up to your battery and 1, 2, 3, turn the key and it should start. The other nice thing about this particular battery is it has a USB port, so you can charge things. You can charge like your cell phone or your electric shaver, or actually this particular one will power 9-volt anything you'd plug into your car cigarette lighter. This will also power it. I got a Hulkman. I don't necessarily need it, but come the next hurricane, it may come in handy for charging my phone. The other thing here, of course, I did plant my pink hyacinths. I think I put in about 22 of them in this circle. I'm not planning, I just finished planting about 20 minutes ago. I'm not planning on watering them because we're due for some rain, which is good news for my grass because I did seed everything with winter rye. So the more damp weather we have, the sooner that winter rye will sprout. There's 3 leftover pink hyacinths. And I plan on bringing those in the house because I did not douse those with an insecticide. So the animal will probably dig those out. Let's see, other than that, some status on my Canary Island date palm. It does look like the frost took the top of it. It's happened before, so nothing to panic about. You can see it's still green near the neck, and that's the growing tip. As long as that's untouched, all else is fine, so it'll come back. We're going to be pollarding these pear trees this year. These are Kiefert pears. I don't recommend that, but I have to do it simply because I don't want them. They'll get 30 feet tall and they'll grow straight up, and you really can't get to the pears at the top. So I like to cut them, and we didn't do it last year, so we'll do it this year. And of course, pollarding is just pruning at the top, like these crepe myrtles here. And the only other thing I wanted to show you for today is I planted out the first of my amaryllis bulbs. And here in zone 8B, you can plant your amaryllis bulbs that you forced for Christmas or bloomed for Christmas. You can plant them outside. You don't necessarily have to plant them much deeper than you planted them in the pot. Well, I plant them so the neck is covered. And there's a whole bunch of amaryllis up in here. They haven't come out yet. But here's where I planted the one amaryllis that had finished its double bloom. So you can see I did bury the bulb. I tend to expose the neck when it's in the pot, but when I put it in the ground, I bury the bulb. And typically it'll freeze back to the ground, but the bulb will be fine. And that's about it for today. Just wanted to do a quick update. Paper whites are still blooming in the front yard. Actually, this side has the nicer view. And with that, I'll wish you all a good day and take care till next time.